Hello learners, myself Tapaswini Mahapatra, teacher educator, Diet Jagatsinghpur. Welcome you all to this educational session. I just prepared a note on your doubts in the unit Development of Listening and Speaking Skills, which is your paper PC2. Your first doubt was, what is mind talk? Mind talk means thinking in English. Your mind is the storehouse of your English. By thinking in English, you get the necessary ability to speak English. Like when you have water in the overhead tank, you can draw from a tap. Similarly, if you have English in your head, you can speak through your mouth or write on a paper. The point is how to have English in the mind. You can achieve this by regularly thinking in English. You should think in terms of solid English expressions. Create a state that your mind supports your tongue with necessary contextual expressions, real life situations. Second question was, what is inferential listening? Inferential listening refers to the type of listening in which we have to reach conclusions based on the information we hear. This is the technique of inferring meaning using clues and prior knowledge about a situation to work out the meaning of what we hear. Third question was, what is predictive listening? Prediction is an activity learners carry out before reading or listening to a text, where they predict what they are going to hear or read. This gives them a reason to listen or read as they confirm or reject their predictions. This is called predictive listening, which is purely based on our prediction. Then comes to your intensive listening. What is intensive listening? Is listening for specific sounds, words and intonation. The goal of intensive listening is to focus on a certain detail. This focusing on detail is often motivated by you having to answer a question on a listening exercise or text. Often intensive listening can be quite hard to do and you may not be able to answer all the questions at first. To do intensive listening, you listen to an extract and then answer questions on it. To answer these questions, you may have to focus on one aspect of the content, or you may be asked questions that focus on the voices of the speakers themselves. Then comes to evaluative listening. In evaluative, the listener assesses the information he or she has gathered from the speaker both qualitatively and quantitatively. Evaluating allows the listener to form an opinion of what he or she heard. Evaluating is important for a listener in terms of how what she has heard will affect her own ideas, decisions, actions and our beliefs. Next was listening for perception and listening for comprehension. Both are different. Listening for perception is, in listening for perception, the learner is given practice in identifying the different sounds, sound combinations, stress, intonation, etc. It is practiced more at middle school level, where learners are introduced to English language. Listening for comprehension, here the learner is given practice in developing listening for understanding. Comprehension is purely based on understanding. The focus takes into account the real life needs of the learners. It is relevant to the teaching of listening at middle and secondary level. Then your next question was, what is dyslexia and how to manage this type of disorder? Dyslexia is a learning disorder characterized by difficulty reading, also called reading disability. Dyslexia affects that process language. Symptoms include late talking, learning new words slowly, and a delay in learning to read. Before any treatment is started, an evaluation must be done to determine the child's specific area of disability. Receiving a diagnosis, guidance, and support from an early age can help reduce the impact of the condition. Next question was, what is the role of teacher in developing listening skill in children? As we all know that listening is the primary skill. In a first language, listening is the first skill which learners usually develop. They listen to an utterance, then they repeat it, later they learn to read it, and finally they learn it. This natural sequence does not always apply to the learning of languages other than the mother tongue, where the graphic skills, that is reading and writing, often precede the oral and oral skills. As a teacher, you can help your students to develop listening skill through various activities like TPR, that is total physical response, storytelling, riddle, think, pair, share, etc. The teacher may ask his or her child to repeat what he had said, for example, after giving an instruction. Next thing which can be done by the teacher, read stories, let your child predict the ending, retell the best part, make the story interactive. These are various strategies or activities which can be followed by a teacher of language listening skill in his or her children. Next question was, how we design activities for development of speaking skill using contextual and interactive activities. Students learn to speak in the second language by interacting. Communicative language teaching and collaborative learning serve best for this aim. Communicative language teaching is based on real life situations that require communication. By using this method in ESL classes, students will have the opportunity of communicating with each other in the target language. In brief, ESL teachers should create a classroom environment where students have real life communication, authentic activities, and meaningful tasks that promote oral language. This can occur when students collaborate in groups to achieve a goal or to complete a task. The various activities to promote speaking are discussions, role play, brainstorming, storytelling, story completion, picture narrating, picture describing, find the difference, etc. The ninth question was, how oral approach helps in developing LS skills, that is listening and speaking skills. Listening and speaking are the two sides of the same coin. Without listening, speaking is not possible, and if somebody does not speak, what can we listen? Listening forms the foundation and speaking is built on it. Speaking creates the environment where listening happens. Therefore, the yearly activities in language class should become oral in nature, as it is difficult to design activities absolutely for listening or speaking in primary classes. It happens simultaneously because listening and speaking are not only integrated but also interdependent. Oral means which is relating to the mouth, and oral means which is relating to the ear or the sense of hearing. The 10th question was, what are the reasons for ineffective listening? I just noted down some points. Ineffectiveness of listening. Those are low concentration, trying to listen more than one conversation at a time, lack of interest, not focusing and being easily distracted, fiddling with your hair, fingers, or pen, etc., or gazing out of the window or focusing on objects other than the speaker. Feeling unwell or tired, hungry, thirsty, or needing to use the toilet. Temperature, arrangements, lighting, noise. Then the next question was, how to develop speaking skill of children. There are various activities and strategies through which skill of children can be developed. Those are role play, storytelling, picture description, creating riddles, encourage conversation, attend to listening skit, short speeches, discussions, participation activities. Next question was, how a child comes from hearing to listening. As we all know, hearing is quite different from listening. Hearing is essentially a sensory based passive process. Presuming one has normal hearing, it takes no effort to hear. Hearing occurs all the time and hearing cannot be switched off. Hearing occurs at every moment of every day. But listening is an active process, attending and paying attention to things that are of interest to us, while dismissing things of less interest. Paying attention has everything to do with listening. From the moment the baby is born, it gets to hear mother tongue for hours in a natural language situation. That means it is exposed to mother tongue in its natural form and in natural context. Gradually, it starts to link language with meaning and starts the process of using listening. Then it makes choices to listen to things. In this way, it automatically shifts from hearing to listening and keeps the two separate. Day by day, the baby develops to suit its different requirements. This is all about your doubts which you people just asked me. Hope you will understand. Then let us stop COVID-19. Stay home, stay safe. Thanking you all.